Hello, Senator. Thank you. Alex Gillen here. My question is about the Lake Okeechobee regulation schedule. In the bill, you've called for the district to ask the Corps to re-examine the schedule. Of course, it's federal rulemaking. Senator Graham at the EVCO last year said that what the congressional delegation from the state of Florida should do is revisit that schedule, because right now it's for irrigation, navigation, recreation, enhancement of fish, wildlife, and flood control. So all those different purposes, are fine, but really the only people that get the short end of the stick is this community and the community on the Caloosahatchee side. Sugar doesn't lose crops. They do very well. They don't want things to change. We shrunk the reservoir by a third south of the lake, and where that's going to hit is us in this community when the lake levels get too high. So my question is, one, how are you going to stay on the Corps to make sure that they actually ask the district to revisit that schedule? And two, shouldn't sacrifice be borne by other folks than just this community? If you really want to make the dike safer, the southern outlet will do that. It will help reduce the pressure. So that's my question. Thank you.
And thank you for that very good question. I agree with you on the lore schedule. Sometimes they talk about this lore schedule as if you're trying to add a 67th book to the Bible. It's an act of heresy that you're even bringing this up, and they speak about this lore schedule in these reverential terms. I'm like, guys, this is a piece of paper with words on it. And just because it was done 8 years ago doesn't, and then they'll tell me, well, it takes 3 to 4 years to do why? How does anything take 3 to 4 years in today's world? Again, it takes 3 to 4 years because that's how long they want it to take. And they don't want to change it. And the more criticism they get, the more they stick to it. And then they told me that even if they agreed to change it, which they haven't, that the process of changing it would take many years. So, I'll accept accountability and responsibility for things that are in my jurisdiction and in my scope of work, which is the state level. And I accept that responsibility. I can only, be a citizen the same way you can, and you've expressed it incredibly well. There should be shared adversity, and it's not shared adversity when other parts of the state are doing just fine, and this area in Sanibel and Fort Myers and Southwest Florida are turned into cesspools every third or fourth summer when we have unseasonable amounts of rain. So I'm 100% with you. I have to work within the system. The Army Corps, it's literally, it's a year for a new person to come in, a year for us not to like them, a year for them to get replaced. It's almost, I think, like, that's like the equivalent of Siberia. It's like, bad news, you're going down to the Treasure Coast. You're going to get yelled at for the next 3 years. You're going to have to deal with people. And then just when we finally have had it, then I have to learn a new colonel's name of somebody that's in charge. And so the whole system is just, it's this horrible repeating thing that we've all been working on. It's a cycle of bad policy. And I'm sure, people making decisions that they think are defensible. But I can only do what I can do. And we have directed the Water Management District, and the governor is in support of that. And as you know, the governor makes the appointments to the Water Management District. We have instructed them, with the governor's support, to formally ask the Army Corps not to wait till 2021, but to right now start being willing to update their schedule. And we have to work with our members of Congress and our entire delegation to make that happen.